Hello everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about phase shift, which is a characteristic of trigonometric sinusoidal functions. Uh, let's get started. So here I have a sinusoidal graph, which I've taken the liberty of writing the equation for following the method of my previous video. Now what I'm going to show you today is how to determine what the phase shift is. And so phase shift is the horizontal translation. So that's the, if someone says how far has this graph translated left or right, or if they say has the graph shifted left or right, that's the number they're looking for. So the way that you find this phase shift is you're going to look at the argument of your trigonometric function, in this case sine. So we're going to look right in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to factor out the coefficient of x. So in this case the 2, we're going to factor it out from the argument. We're going to factor it out from both. So we're going to divide both 2x and negative pi over 2 by 2, and we're going to take that 2 and put it in the front. So that's going to look like this. Y equals 10 times the sine of 2x minus pi over 4. Okay, so we have factored out the 2 from both 2x and negative pi over 2, and that gives us x minus pi over 4. This number right here, this value, this is called the phase shift. Okay, now the phase shift is the amount that it has been translated left or right. So for example, normally a sine function, if we turn our attention to the graph, normally the sine function will cross 0, 0 in an upward motion like this. Okay. However, note that the actual time when it crosses is right here. That's when it's crossing with that upward motion. And that is a shift to the right, and this says 0.25 pi, which is pi over 4. So it moved right because this says minus pi over 4. Okay. Now, if this had been a plus, what would have happened is we would have seen, instead of it crossing here or here, it would have crossed here. So the plus would have moved it to the left, pi over 4. So in order to determine the phase shift, once you have figured out this value, you're going to factor out the coefficient of x, so this number right here. You're going to divide both this and this by that number and factor it out. And that'll get you something like what we have here. I hope that helps you understand how to determine the phase shift of a sinusoidal function. I apologize for any confusion before, but this is definitely what people mean when they say phase shift. If you hear it anywhere else in any other math class, that's what they mean. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. See you later.